So this project focuses on the issue of stuttering, and it will include some interview and interactive activity. And we will record this process and sample your voice, because after this activity we want to create a kind of sound art.
We use 2 camera seats for video recording, a portable one, the other mounted cam. Delayed auditorial feedback, DAF, has been used to create artificial stuttering. As for sound art producing, MIDI and Logic Pro are tools used. At the beginning, participants are welcome to share their understanding experiences of stuttering, no matter why it happens, like out of being nervous in the presentation.
You can see me now, and I'm so nervous, so that I will stuck in my sentence, and I have to, I need time to think. So
I was really nervous, and then I just cannot speak the whole sentence out, like for sometimes.
Also feeling like I'm scared, I'm afraid, my performance is not good, I'm not fulfilled.
Speak, so I need a solution, and yes, I experienced.
Sometimes I interview some other people, and they are really have this kind of issues, like they are really nervous. And
there are 2 interactive parts in the project where participants are asked to read aloud some text using delayed auditorial feedback. In the first part, we ask them to read aloud the definition of stuttering from WHO as a represent for formal text. There, most of the participants were influenced by the using of DAF and ran into stuttering.
And word avoidance or substitutions.
disruption of the normal rhythmic flow and rate of speech,
as well as blocking and word avoidance or substitution. The speech disfluency.
After the reading, participants are welcome to share their opinions upon the reading experience and the DF techniques as well.
Difficult for you to speak fluently.
True.
So do you think that this delayed auditory feedback affect you when you're speaking?
Yes.
Affects my speaking, my reading, and it's really disturbing.
and somehow when I hear myself's voice, I cannot focus on reading like the words, and I need to pay more attention and to drag myself to that words, to the text to read, and to not has lots of intervals or interruptions. Yeah.
In the second part, we provide poems composed for stutterers from participants to choose from. This time, both the text and reading are more like an artistic feature.
Which saints and eagles share, their faraway eyes are bitter with darkened prayer.
Alone in my room, I can speak any word. Since I can't say memory, I say.
Eagles share. Their faraway eyes are bitter with darkened prayer. Oh, it is better to try with the white wave together.
The overturned sky. It's better to be together.
Okay, thank you.
We kept comments from the participants too.
They experience the issue of stuttering is actually can help them to understand the content of the poem better. Kind of artificial stuttering help you to understand the content of the poem.
Yes.
Maybe yes.
A little bit, yes.
I think because about readings, it's from their heart and brain. It's not about speaking. So I think it's a different way to understanding the poem.
From these activities, I know that sometimes maybe from the people who suffer from the stutter, she just cannot distinguish, but it's not something that she can control.
I think this appearance is kind of immersive because it can give me some sounds, like to immerse myself into the sound situation, and then
And we have produced a sound art out of these samples of interviews.
Would fight this soul.
Together,
I would
toast.
just walk outright in the fight. I was born to fight.
Have you ever experienced stuttering in your life?
Perhaps.
Yes, I get some always
Kind of experience.
Can you hear the voice?
Is the speech avoidance or frequent and pervasive disruption development is perceived.
Words you phrases.
I need time to think, so
Presentation in school is largely that would be expected for
I just hear my voice. I just English by mouth. Not English by mouth. English by mouth.
would fight this soul.
together,
I would
toast.
just walk outright in the fight. I was born to fight.
Have you ever experienced stuttering in your life?
Perhaps.
Yes, I get some always
Kind of experience.
Can you hear the voice?
Is the speech avoidance or frequent and pervasive disruption development is perceived.
Words you phrases.
I need time to think, so
Presentation in school is largely that would be expected for
I just hear my voice. I just English by mouth. Not English by mouth. English by mouth.
This is on the left side. Yeah, this one is on the right. I can choose one of them words. Yes, I can choose. Can you hear the delayed feedback now? And try to say something. Testing.
Among the participants, some didn't show apparent stuttering. At first, we think it's because of the participants weren't focusing on the feedback in the earphone, but on the instantaneous feedback outside the headphone. But later, from our participants' comments, we found that the problem could happen on the effectiveness of DAF. And from his comments, we discovered that 1. The feedback sound could be different from the participant's voice, since the DAF captures sound from the earphone's mic, so there are sound loss in high frequencies, alleviating the effectiveness of DAF.
Okay. The reason why I think I'm not stuttering is the following. Either this sound is too loud. It's a paradox because in fact I almost not really hear what I'm saying. The low frequency is like I'm hearing my voice become more like that, something like that. So I can't kind of ignore it. The bass are too strong.
Oh, okay.
So, and a very important thing for understanding language is the plosive, the that are high frequencies. So here become more blah, 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 blah. If you lose the hearing of the high frequencies, like the plosive, like then it's very difficult to understand language, which is what is happening to me.
2. The language used in this interview may influence the effectiveness of DAF, whether in mother tongue or in English.
And also another thing that could be important, I mean, such a suggestion if you are really doing research, is like you're not using your maybe mother tongue. So in fact, I think in my case, if I was maybe reading in Spanish or something or French, maybe it will be more disturbing because this demands, I don't know, I've been speaking English in a long time, but it's always artificial to read in English or speak in English for me.